So as you can see here, we still have these soil in here that needs to be mixed, and now let's continue the work. But I think we're running out of chicken's manure. I have to bring that sack in here. We only have 2 left of this chicken's manure, YouTube friends. Ah, no. I have to be careful with my back because I wasn't able to work a lot yesterday because of my back pain, lower back pain down to my hips. So today I must be sure that my position while doing gardening here should be in the right position, not to cause problems with my back. So I might be like a little slower in working now, but that's fine. As long as I'm not hurting my back. So onion chives are not that juicy kind of vegetables. As long as you do not overweight them, you I mean avoid watering them much. Too much watering, and just keep the soil a little bit moistened. Okay? You plant onion chives. Make sure that your pot or the soil where it is planted is like kind of soggy, and then at the same time it is moist and rich in organic material, nitrogen, that will help your onion chives thrive to the better. Yeah, a little bit of water every single day will do. Okay. Might be asking, that mixture is what to use for? That's still for the onion chives, darling. Because as I mentioned to you, lots of onion chives to plant. see me all the time touching the dirt. Ah, I need to change the location of the phone after this, and I have a tournament that is waiting 30 minutes or 25 minutes from now, so I don't need to dirty my hands and then wash again and then back here because it gives some pain to my wrist after. And yeah, carpal issues is really normal nowadays. I don't want that. I have already mine, but not that severe yet. So I'll make sure that I can still be healthy despite my age. Mm-hmm. One more part. My lower back is aching again. We're not mixing this one with uh, coffee ground this time because we have to save our coffee ground for our carrots. So we don't have much coffee ground that we collected from the garbage near an Amazon coffee shop. So I need to be back there and get more. So I hope they did not push that one down the hill once we're back there so that we can still get coffee ground. Because I think there's an excavator or a tractor that push the coffee ground pile of coffee ground down the hill uh, in that coffee shop. So my wife will be going to the clinic today to get a certificate for COVID. So uh, aching again. Onion chives does not really easily succumb to any kind of disease. So even you keep reusing your soil and reusing your soil, it doesn't like suggest danger or harm to your onion chives because it's a disease resistant vegetable and it belong to vegetable or belong to the spices, but whatever. It's vegetable resistant. It's a disease resistant vegetable. That means because this is the thing with your friends. After you use that, of course, like for example, coconut coir or coconut peat that you freshly bought from online or from the depot, from the store, from the shop. Within that one season where you planted vegetable in it, after that you cannot reuse it for another planting with even other vegetables. Like for example, the first time you use it for eggplant and the next time for tomato, it is not really, especially tomatoes and peppers. These are vegetables that are easily succumb to disease, so they cannot resist. They're very delicate vegetables that needs 100% attention and care. So with that, you cannot reuse your soil for the next planting, like for tomatoes, because there's already an accumulated disease in that particular soil or coconut peat or coconut coir for that three 4 months, that one season of planting. There's an accumulation of disease already there that is being stored and ready to attack to your next planting if you use it again. But if you use it for your fruit trees, your bananas, avocado, trees that have these like sturdy trunks, perennial plants, I mean, to make it short, then there's no problem with that. But on top of that, there is this disease resistant vegetable, which is onion. Because you know what? I have no problem, but my onions are even thriving more the more I keep reusing the soil. Like, for example, this particular pot I planted onion this season. So, what I will do, I'll get and I'll plant another onion chives, the same soil. I'm just adding more chicken's manure to that, but the other components, the other ingredients are still intact, the same old garden soil, reuse garden soil, and then now I'm adding coffee ground. But I will take another onion chives being planted on another pot. So that's my doing here, YouTube friends, and it's been like more than 2 years now. Yeah, that I've been planting onion chives since it was given to me from a Filipino friend from my country, where he got that bulb as well from a friend or a family member, and then he tried to grow that one, and then he was able to reproduce it more, and then he shared with some of the people he knew, and we're lucky that we're given a chance or we're included in that list of people that he was giving that onion chives bulbs, and I got a few of them from him, and then I planted it here for more than 2 years now. We have this bunch of onion chives right here. You will see that because I've already uploaded videos, blogs about planting onion chives, and there will be more. As a matter of fact, I think there are around 50, 50 pots of this size that I'll be planting, around 4 plants of onion chives each pot, and I'll this tiny pots will be circling all over this space here right in front of this front yard in a coming few days. Before next week I have to do that. And besides that, we have these 3 platforms where we are planting, and we're about to plant the third platform with onion chives as well, where the other 2 platforms are already sitting here with onion chives ready to grow in the coming few weeks. So um, that being said, we have these tons and tons of onion chives. I still have lots of, see this one, this, and I don't know where to plant that. But one thing I can be sure to any one of you is that we have heaps of onion chives to plant this year. That's why I'm asking Mama's help. So my mother is working in Bangkok, so as a nanny, because I'm just getting back to work. I've been away from work for more than 5 years, 5 years and a half, and then it was not an easy feat to be in this situation. But well, let's continue grinding. Whatever challenges we might have currently. Okay, so we keep mixing the 2 things. So we get to the third platform. Now we are in. Wow, this is the refined soil that I sifted out. Oh, plug it again into pieces. How can I use it to cover my average pot size? We have 5 large pots where we have this fine soil that we sifted out yesterday. Wow, so good to be mixed with the chicken's manure. So soft. So I'll be can't help myself but have to touch. To those who are gardening, you can understand the feeling once you're happy, excited, and satisfied to work in the garden. So I think I need to bath. My work here to friends will continue. So after this, I think I'll be um, preparing the pots for planting carrots. The problem here, I cannot really talk and film anytime because I must be sure that neighbors are not awake yet. So right now, our neighbors in front are awake already. Sorry to tell you, I'm not gossiping here, but we have some misunderstanding in the past. Because despite how busy we are, my wife and I were busy from work. When we arrived home, we're so exhausted and tired. And these neighbors are drinking liquors and wine, and they're quite noisy. And the gate of this house that we're renting is just cyclone wire, and their loud noises really penetrated right into our bedroom. So we keep complaining for several times, but they're not listening. Until the time that I was so angry, I like shouting here at the gate, and they're responding negatively, and they're angry as well. Wow. And even saying that it's their place, so nobody cares. Yeah, it's your place. But you should be drinking inside your house, close the door, and regardless how noisy you are inside the house, nobody will give a damn care. Because, yeah, it's your property, you're inside the house. But you're outside the house. And, like, your balcony is right there in, like, 5 inches on that community road. And you're quite noisy, shouting, and until I was almost to call the police. But of course, here in Thailand, even you call the authorities, but still, they will side on their fellow citizens. Even you are in the right side, but still, they will give their inclinated to the countrymen. They will not give you favor. So you will be wasting time. But I was so angry that night. That was Friday night. Now these guys are shameless. Now they're acting spiritual, turning on the radio, there's chanting from the windows. And these guys are very hypocrite. Once we have visitors, they're so quiet, they lock the doors, they're inside the house, as if like they're good people. But once only me and my wife, ah, even my mom, if my mom visiting here for us for a week during her holiday, they're really, really kind and good people. And you know what? These guys are shameless. They keep borrowing my motorbike before just to buy liquor outside. Imagine that. And there were times that the the motorbike tire was flat. I need to find an inflator right inside the house, and I was sleeping that time. I was tired during those days that I still don't have work. I was looking for the tire inflator, and I could not find easily. And I was just awake because I heard my phone. Somebody's calling. And then, yeah, I inflated the tire first, fixed the motorbike, and then give it to her. And only to find it out that when she's back with bottles of liquor. And that was midday. No, no, around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We still have our family dog. The time that the son of this guy often teases our dog, and the more our dog is not friendly to them. I don't understand. We're so good to them before. There were times that the husband of this neighbor arrived drunk, and then he was not able to fit his pickup truck in the garage, and so it's stuck in the mud, and it's something that somebody needs a hand. So I extended my hand. I helped them many times, but you know what? In the end, we were being accused as bad neighbors. Imagine that. They sometimes invite the monks and talk, and probably that monk and them are talking about us. I can understand them because I can understand their language, and that's why when they talk something about us, they keep whispering. But I can still hear some of those words. Yeah, it's that. And there were times that their pickup was in the shop, and that time the fixing of their car was ongoing. And then the wife was the one calling to me, please, can I borrow your motorbike? Okay. So I let them borrow again. Cannot count how many times we borrowed a motorbike. Imagine that. The gasoline. It's good if they're filling the gasoline. And there were times that the gasoline is almost empty, but the wife is very persistent to like borrow, and I told her it's running out of gasoline. She said, "Yeah, it's okay. I put gasoline that one." But you know what? When she returned back the motorbike, only to find it out that this is the measure, the gauge of the gasoline level. When it like hits the red mark, that means it's already low. And before she borrowed it, it's already below the red mark. So meaning there's just tiny gasoline left in there. And when she's back, a few minutes, I thought she filled in with gasoline, but actually no. So the more I was so worried about, oh maybe, ah, that was the time that my wife and I have to buy gasoline. We use our car. We buy a gallon there. Yeah, we bought a gallon, an empty gallon in the Shell station. Yeah, the gasoline station where we bought the gasoline was the Shell station. 10 baht for that gallon, empty gallon, and then we fill it with around 3 liters of gasoline, and then yeah, we refill our motorbike right inside this house. Imagine that, how irresponsible these guys are. They're taking advantage of your goodness and kindness, and once you're angry at them, they will accuse you as bad neighbors. I hate that. I'm pretty sure not all Thai people like that, but in our case right now, it's a hell of an experience, and that's why my neighbors and my mom. That's why my wife and my mom they told me, why don't you find another place where? But I like this place. I like this place. I cannot find a place like this. Only the environment, the neighbors that we have here are kind of delinquents. To be honest, to be quite honest, to be straightforward to all of you. Uh, and there were times that it was the wife borrowing the motorbike, and that was evening. I don't know where her husband went, and he just hop on the motorbike and move away. And you know what? When the husband arrived back here, he just left the motorbike outside the house without even saying no. Kapkun mak. Thank you. No, just live in there and then get inside the house as if like he was stealing something, and then oh, disgusting. But I just keeping my emotion intact because they're they're 50, 60 years old, I guess, both the husband and wife. So I don't give a fuck about that. I can consider that kind of attitude. That is me, how understanding I am, how generous, how kind I am to people. But over the years, if you watch my other vlogs, I've been used, I've been taken advantage for the potential that I have, the money and the time that I had with my wife before. That's why I'm so angry that life is unfair. And so, if people would say back that life is unfair but God is good, fuck, shut up your mouth. How come that God became good? The fact that life is unfair. I don't see a good logic there. It's bullshit. That's why I'm so angry. There are times that I'm really, really angry because I have reasons to get angry. I've been I've been composing myself to control my emotions, but then and they keep on like looking, searching something what I have in the garden, and then like we have this local dialect in my country, marites. Like they want to gossip everything we have here, and I don't like it. And then they keep borrowing our motorbike, and yeah, no, oh, you know what? Me, if you're giving a little bit of something to me, I'm the kind of man that is very appreciative of whatever I got, whatever I received from my friends or from unknown strangers. Because yeah, to me it's a privilege. It's a gift, right? And you need to be thankful to that. But these guys are very ungrateful and then pretending themselves that they're religious Buddhists, turning on those mantras, turning on those chanting of monks that they don't even understand that because it's Sanskrit. It's not Thai language. Even better than them in reading Sanskrit. I'm not bragging here, but you tried me. So, um, yeah, life is challenging at times. I think life is challenging. It's always challenging. Life is always challenging. But there are only times that you are pushed to your limits, that you cannot compose, that you cannot control yourself, you cannot control your emotion anymore, but have to give up. And then, yeah, you might be showing weakness later on because of these bad environment, bad behaviors, rotten apples in an environment so that you are in. So that's kind of difficult with your friends. But you know what? I still don't care if they were not appreciative, they're not thankful, they're not saying kap kun kap every time they borrow a motorbike. I'm not doing that to them. Why should I do that to them? The fact that I have my own motorbike. And this is the big question. They have their own motorbike. They have two motorbikes. But why borrow our motorbike instead? See, I can show you to you, huh? Yeah, see, because they just left. Ah, see that? They have two motorbikes. Can you see that? Yeah, yeah. I'll need to be closer there. They have two bikes, but still borrowing our bike. Maybe there's no gasoline or whatever, or I don't know. It's automatic. Maybe there's no battery. Why don't you buy a battery? So I can understand if once or twice you borrowed our motorbike because you forgot to buy batteries. But for several occasions already that you keep borrowing our motorbike because your motorbike has no batteries, I think it doesn't make sense to me, right? It doesn't make sense to me. No? I don't know if it makes sense to you. If your neighbors or a friend is keep borrowing your motorbike because she forgot to buy batteries for her motorbike, it doesn't make sense to me. Maybe once or twice that's okay, but
3 times, 4 times, 5 times, they keep borrowing your motorbike. That is irresponsibility, YouTube friends.
That kind of people? Are you that kind of a man like that? A human being like that? To me, it doesn't make sense anymore.
You need to take responsibility of, and then, and you know what? And they keep bragging that they have this they own a vast farm, a large farm of durian trees. So when you, like, around 500, 600 trees of durian, I've that word from the mouth of the wife, that they have this around more than 500 durian trees. Imagine if one durian tree produced like 10 or 20 more fruits, and one fruit will weigh around 3 to 4 kilos, and the kilo of durian right now is 140 baht per kilo. Just imagine, that's a million every year. But why they cannot buy a battery for their motorbike? And sometimes they even brought the other motorbike that makes three right now, but regularly they have two motorbikes right there. I don't understand why these guys are doing to us like that. And much more when this house that we are renting now, and we also rented the other parcel of land outside, because there's a new owner that allows us to have long contracts as a renter, though the price is a bit pricey. It's a bit bigger than our previous contract with the old owner. But this new owner can understand sometimes we cannot pay in full. And the next month we will pay in full and another half. So he's understandable. He's younger than us. My wife and I are older than him, like 2, 3 years older. And this guy bought the other land as well. And that parcel of land that he bought, like outside that fence, these neighbors used to plant durian trees there. They like installed water pipeline from the lake to supply water to every durian trees right there outside. I was thinking that it was theirs, but actually it was not them. They're somewhat trying to steal that land by planting secretly some durian trees, because I think the owner was not here. So the owner doesn't really care about his lot in here with that a small fish pond right there, or like a man-made lake. And then once we started renting out that parcel of land, the husband aggressively angry with us, and he kept talking every time he gets drunk. He kept talking bad words to us, and I can understand that. And every time I come outside and then go to the gate, to the front gate, then they suddenly whispering to each other. So that means they're talking something bad, and they don't want us to understand it, because they knew that we can speak and we can understand Thai language. So they are really, really unfortunate, because they don't understand English. And much more, they don't understand my local dialect, Bisaya. My wife speaks Tagalog. I speak 4 languages, or more than that. We have other dialects in my country. So with that, YouTube friends, um, I think their anger towards the new owner was passed on to us because we are the renter here. So that's the kind of thing that happened right now. And it seems very difficult, but of course, some of our friends have told us, yeah, just be careful, yeah, because most Thai people are very tricky. You cannot trust them. They might fight. They might fight at your back. So they might be good people in front. They might be good people right in front of your eyes. They might be kind and generous and, yeah, as a whole, good people in front of your face. But you don't know how they
really project you, how they portray you behind your back to their Thai friends. So kind of dicey and tricky. They're subtle in most ways. So this is the thing that my friends have told me, just to be careful here. Besides, I'm a Filipino. I'm not like them. So of course, even it's their countrymen who was at fault. They still side to their countrymen. Unlike in my country, Philippines, yeah, many places we really give respect to foreign people. And I think American and other European guys that have families in Philippines, you can attest that, you can prove to that we highly respect foreign guys. As long as you are really good and nice to us, even we were taking advantage sometimes, but still we have this reserved respect for other people, regardless of your nationality. But Thai people, they are known to history that they only admire people, they only reserve their utmost respect to white guys. I'm sorry for that, but that's the real situation. I don't know. They respect out of fear or out of good intention, or was just intimidated. That's why they are forced to respect. I do not know. What's the reason behind? If you're Thai, just comment below in the comment section and tell me what's the reason behind. Why Thai schools, Thai government hospitals, almost all institutions here in Thailand, they are more prioritizing workers who are native, who are white, and next to that are black and Asian people like them are the least priority of these guys here. And they will speak good words to you right in front of your face. But I don't think so. If that would be the same thing behind your back, and that's my uh, personal experience. I have Thai good friends, but I don't know how they project me, how they portray me behind my back. But for me, these good Thai friends of mine, I'm not gossiping. I'm not what I portray, what I project to them, how they are in the public in front of me. That's how I project to them behind their back. I'm not that kind of people who are just like pretending to be good and nice in front of the people. Who is me in public is the same me in private life, YouTube friends. I can attest to that. I can tell if I'm angry in public, if I'm angry with my wife or sometimes my mom in public, that's me in private. If I'm good at you, if I'm good at my wife and my mother and everyone in public, then that's me in private. I'm not hiding anything because if you hide anything, it will be exposed one day. Pretend to be good. I'm angry with reasons, with valid reasons. I'm not just angry to some random things. Tell me that right in my face. Who are you? By showing actions behind my back. I don't really trust people who are speaking sweet words in front of my eyes. I can only know who they are, how they speak about me behind my back. So that's a kind of a friend, a confidant that you need to find, YouTube friends. And I have a few people that I can rely. You need to find that kind of circle. You don't have to have hundreds of friends, but those friends were just taking advantage of your potentials, of your money, of your time, and everything you have. And I've been in that situation, and I hate to remember it. But how can I help myself? I have this fresh memory to all those bad and worse things that happened in my life, and I cannot forget them. They're all part of me, and I can clearly see my past clear as crystal, and even clearer to the present things, present stuff that I have today. So how can I escape from that? But there's a thing that I can do, and that is to like force myself to accept, to admit that I failed, that I was used, that I was taken advantage, that I was fooled. So that's the reality. No denying that. But there's a thing that I can do after that. That I have. Fuck. I have to select friends. Shit. This class. I don't want this kind of mess to happen because it adds more time to do that, to clean that up from the floor. I don't have much time left. There are growing seeds here. Clean that up later. We'll wait for the other seeds to grow. That's the time that we can start weeding. This time we don't have much time for that. Clean up. Good. My tiny rake. Where is it? I was using it lately. That's my problem now. Maybe I have dementia. I have problem with short-term memory. I guess one of my teeth, so tooth was just uprooted for me right here a few weeks ago. So probably due to the anesthesia, that sometimes I'm forgetful on the things that I'm currently doing. But things in the past, they're crystal clear in my brain. The whole fucking details. Forgive me for my foul mouth, but I became like this because of the people that abuse me, and that's why most of the time I'm angry. In many situations, I'm not just showing that one fully in public as long as I don't have the reason to do it. But I can easily get triggered because of the experience I had with those individuals. So, life here in the YouTube friend is not that easy. I don't know. How about yours? We have different challenges and we have different strategies to challenge ourselves and to face and to find solution to that problem. But I think your frustration in life is not bigger than mine. That's the thing that I can promise you. I wouldn't be like this if the challenges and frustration and depression that I had is just so easy to manage. But I'm glad that I'm still alive. It's the thing that I can tell you that it was not an easy experience. But I'm still glad that I'm still alive right now. Okay, we got more of this. Mhm. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. I think one more. One more pod for this. One more pod.
How many minutes already? Oh, really?
54 minutes. Let me check on my other phone. So hang on for a while, you two friends. To check something here. What? Seven, right?
The title of this live streaming is Soil Mixing Continues. So we've got four of this pot size here, and then we have that two there for the outside. I will be filling more pots in here. I'll just have to. I have salon pass on my back. See that? Right? Yeah, that's where the pain is really fucking me for 2 days now. Because of that sifting of that fine soil from the dirt and from the abandoned cow's manure that we put that one right there down or beneath or under that platform 2 and platform 3 for the onion chives. And we're able to sifted around 5 large pot of fine soil. And that was not an easy work. Of course, I have to do that. It's part of the cleaning here in front of the house. And I think tomorrow tomorrow is Wednesday. Wow. Time is too short now. I hope tomorrow that I can finish cleaning the whole thing inside that garden enclosure, fixing the odor and put the F1 hybrid eggplants and black beauty eggplants in order, and removing all the pods and plants that are not useful there, that are necessary, planting lady's finger, beans, and the side front of the house right there. I will be cleaning that up as well. Cutting all the sweet potato tops for next season planting. Of course, I have to pulverize the soil and like remove all the grass and weeds right there. And there are still dried bananas behind that corner, the back. So a lot of things to do right now, YouTube friends. And yeah, I have to rearrange this, clean the mess that the chickens did, and put that back to the pots where it belong, and then cover the lid so that they don't have a chance to scratch on whatever they could see, because we will cover the lid of that pot. And there, so a lot of things to do here. So I just have to stretch my back a little bit. Of course, it's 7:23. Let me see. 27 past 7. Yeah. See that, neighbors? The one of the noisies here. The one of the noisy neighbors. And look, they have 4 cats that are comfortably pooing here, and that powdered soil from the previous spots where my chickens have scratched on, they like assume that that was their litter box, and they poop in here. I'm so angry about it. And that is the neighbor where I was burning. Of course, that was a bad thing as well, but not really as bad as what they're doing to us. I was burning, and then some of the smoke went through their home, and they're so angry, and they send a notice to us. Hey, why don't you burn your leaves right in the other place around. Why burn it here? So angry. But look at the cats. The cats are pooing everywhere here and it's very smelly. And I hate about it. That these neighbors we have right now, they're very shameless. What can you do? Uh, they are. You know what, YouTube friends? I'm sorry about this, but imagine my condition here. I'm so tired from work. You have this kind of neighbors. You know what? I need to be honest with you. If I will win a jackpot in lottery, if I will buy tickets, and then, or if I will win a poker tournament with a huge prize pool, and fuck, then I will go back to my country. If I have 10 million baht at least, then I'll head back to my country, man. But no, my salary is just around $600 a month, and I didn't have salary last month, month of April. I was told that in my first 2 years, I will only have 11 months salary, but I have 12 months contract. Imagine these guys, how they play dirty in terms of money and things related to that. But they're an authority. How can you complain? You can't do that anything here. Just have to like bow, 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 bow. Not all the time that I'll do that. Only the time that I need to, and the time that they somehow probably deserve to that. Okay, wait for a bit, YouTube friends. Uh, 9. Wow, I thought I'll be out. The Salon Pass soothing ingredient, like scrolling to my spine from my lower back. Uh, that's soothing. Um, so I think this is good for one pot too.
Me. Natukoy mo na yung clinic, me. Natukoy mo na yung clinic? Mm,
Wow. Well,
you don't need to miss this free rolls with your friends. Please, if I can win the first rank here. That's $4. There are around 400, 500 players. I'm in top 4 right now. And out of 500 entrants, there are only 96 left. I'm in top 4. Sit. Maligo ka pa? Ha? Punta na tayo? Anong oras na ba? Alas 7 pa naman yata. Ha? Ano? Ang alin? Ha? Kaya nga. Kain ka na ba? Ha? Hmm.
okay.
92 left. I'm down to top 5 from top 4. 92 player left. Ayaw mo mapilat sa araw?
Oh,
8 players left, and I'm in third. What? You see, what is king? And jack. Down to seven place. Okay, 3-2, 3-2, 3-4. Okay, down to 10. Ah,
it's playing against Ace King, and Ace King holds. So hard in there now. What? No. I think I need to stay aside.
try to play this now. Ace 5 also. I hope I can hit two pairs, two aces. Oh, 5, queen, 7, straight draw. Might have queen. Now, I have real hand. Ace jack offsuit. Real hand, but playable hand. Okay, we got 5 pots of this size. I will mix more. So I'm using my other hand. There's 4 ways. This is not looking good. 4, 5, 8. What's that? What does he have? 7, 6. Good button. suited. Play with that. What? 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Back to 10 and 72 players left in top 10. This is no limit for them. Well, I have second pair. Any others have five. Back to 100. My chips back to 100. 7 offset. It's one of the worst hand unless you luckily flop a full house on the flop. Oh shit, I flop the high pair, top pair. My kicker is 7, 4, 5, king, rainbow. Ah, there's an ace. It's a trouble. I folded already. I'm sweating now because Mr. Sunshine just arrived. So my plan of doing live streaming while we're planting onion chimes, I think it can happen right now because I'm stuck in here. Well, we have this live streaming, soil mixing continues. How many pots we mixed already? 5 big and 2 tiny. 12 minutes, 10, 6, 3 of the kind. Yeah. Mm. 8, but there's a flash. What? Oh, don't have anything there. Ah, ah, oh, I folded this hand. Straight draw. 54 players left and top 11. Mm, bang, time.
Hold. Top 12 out of 52 players left.
What? The pot here. So, forget that. I apologize for that with your friends. You cannot abandon this tournament, though it is free. If I get to the first place, I have $4. And there's tournament every single hour, 24 hours. Just find your convenient time. But to me, I have work all day, so I don't have convenient time. I must do multitask. I'll do multitasking. This will be enough for another pot. I'm top 13 out of 47 players left. Only top 8 will be rewarded. I think from top 6 to top 8, down to top 8, will have 50 cents price.
Half a dollar.
The second and the third will have $1, and the second will have $2. The first will have $4. So that's the breakdown of the prices. Please, if I can. If I can win a few times in a day, I can accumulate those $4 and can buy bigger tournaments. The tournaments that has a buy-in of $5 and the prices can sometimes spikes to more than $1,000 in prize pool. So I can build my bankroll from here because my other phone is already problematic, so I cannot transact money because that was the phone number I registered in my Skrill account. So at the same time, so until here, YouTube friends, how many pots we have already here? 6.
So players are now on break. 4 minutes. Okay, 4 minutes break.
So that 4 minutes break. Can use it here. Okay, now it's our six. Ah, okay. Oh, my lower back is hurting again. Yeah, I think we're done here. Ready to plant more. Well, the other pots. Magmotor kami, magsasakyan. Ah, okay. So I have to cover these spots, YouTube friends, that we put uh, this mixture already. And move this one here, because we're not done yet. Well, help the guard like this. So the chickens will have no room or no chance to scratch the soil here. You can find bugs right underneath the banana trees there. So with this, thank you YouTube friends, and until here, soil mixing continues is the title of our live streaming. Thank you for tuning in and see you in the next live streaming. Bye bye.